Hi, this is Alix Paultre, and I'm here with Mesar of Red Pitaya. And, first, welcome to the show. I'm really glad to have you here today.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for hosting us. Thanks.
Well, Red Pitaya makes a very interesting device that this is the device, and it actually is, you pitched it as a Swiss Army knife for engineers. I would almost call it an engineering engine. And now they're wondering, what is it?
Okay. So basically, Swiss Army knife is called by our community members. So that's the name they gave it. So what it does, from the hardware point of view, we have 2 analog inputs, 2 analog outputs, both at 125 megasamples per second, 14 bits of resolution. Then we have another 2 extension connectors with plenty of analog inputs, analog outputs, digital as well as analog. We have a Xilinx Zynq 7010 FPGA coprocessor with ARM Cortex-A9 dual core. And then we have an Ethernet port, gigabit Ethernet port, where you stream the data to your computer, as well as SD card when you can store your data and operating system. So this is just about hardware, but then we have also a lot of software on top of it. So this little board can transform in a dual channel oscilloscope, for example, in a dual channel signal generator, spectrum analyzer, logic analyzer, LCR meter, Bode analyzer, software-defined radio as well. So, and actually, just next week, we'll be releasing a new application which is Vector Network Analyzer.
Well, Rock, you had showed me prior to this interview some of the things this can do, and you had showed me videos from other people outside of your, your company within your community.
Yep.
And what I've drawn from that is that's why I called it an engine. It contains the core components to build out to create a variety of instruments. And I think your focus on speed is critical, because to get that speed of capture, you need to usually go to a much more complicated test device, whereas by having the speed in this core, you can apply that speed to all of these application spaces.
Yeah, that's correct. So mainly you can go up till 50 megahertz of bandwidth with 14 bits of resolution, which is quite high. So since it's open source, people love it. We built a lot of documentation, so they can easily change stuff. We have a lot of examples about how to use it and so on. So people in the last years started building their own applications, from medical stuff, controlling lasers, magnetic inductance tomography, leaders, so everything. So really.
Well, and so then tell us a little bit more about the ecosystem around the device. You say you not just sell the device, you've got the software. It's an open source device, so that means you have a ton of documentation online as well.
Yeah, correct. So basically, ecosystem is consisted from hardware, as I told you already. Then we have an application marketplace where all these applications are available.
I believe that's this here, correct? This site.
Yeah, that's everything you have on site, yeah. And then the third pillar, I call it, is GitHub repository, where you can find all the sources of these applications we and our community users built.
Well, and that's the important thing to me, Rock, is that by having this open source module that you can build out from, and you're encouraging people to use it open source, you're creating the solutions while you're creating the device and while you're selling the product. Because I was looking on your site, and some of the questions that you would have to answer, your community are jumping in and answering those questions for you.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah. So, as you know, right now we are 7 in the company, so we don't know answers on all the questions. So that's why we built our forum, where we have more than 10,000 people using it already. And that's enabled us, to engage other members, to answer the questions that even we don't know how to answer, because are very specific to the needs of our customers. So yeah, forum is working very well.
Very nice. And what is the URL?
It's www.redpitaya.com.
And that's P-I-T...
Pitaya.
Okay, yeah. So Red Pitaya.
Pitaya.
Just want to make sure for our audience here, I don't want any of them to miss your site.
So redpitay.com.
Excellent. So having said all of that, what are the price points? What are we talking about? What's the cost to get into this?
So the basic cost for a student, so we offer special student discounts, so it starts with 139 euros so really affordable. For individuals, otherwise it starts with 199 euros and it goes up to 700 euros full version with all the other modules, everything included, software and so on.
So you're under €1,000 out the door. And what about the peripherals?
Yeah, for 700 euros you get all the peripherals. So all other front ends that are, let's say, used for logic analyzer, as an LCR meter, as a vector network analyzer. So this comes up to 700 euros.
Very, very nice, Rock. Before I let you go, are there any other points or things you want to bring up with our audience?
Yeah, come to Embedded World. We will be there exhibiting, so I invite you to come to our booth.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Rock. I really appreciate you taking the time to be with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.